Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo here with Louis Lecca, Nerd Report. What's going on, man?
Hey, Matt, how you doing, man? Thanks for
Doing
having me
okay.
on today.
Yeah, thank you for coming on at such short notice. So I kind of had this random idea last night where I was thinking about how I covered the news and the
Yeah,
fact that I, generally speaking, hate how I cover it. It's not that I hate covering the news. It's just I feel like it's so absolutely just like it's just you're always kind of chasing stuff. It's never a fun conversation. It's always just whatever. It's always more fun to do it live. So I thought it'd be kind of fun today to give it a shot to go through the top stories of the day. And there's a lot going on. A lot of big stuff has gone down today. So I thought it'd be a good way to just take a look at some stuff and see if the audience likes to do these live bits. In
yeah.
order to jump on in, Voice of the Emperor. Now we're not doing a call in, man, but that will be for Hollywood After Dark on that channel when we do that. Louis, are you playing some music in the background? Do you have something playing?
You know what, man? I gotta say, I have all your stuff on notice, so when you go on, I don't miss any of your stuff. And it so happens that the alarm or the signal is Mandalorian stuff, so I know Matt's on live somewhere, so
Okay.
it notifies me.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, I'm hearing
Yeah,
the Mandalorian theme song. Okay, that's pretty wild.
because you are Baby Yoda.
I
That's who
am,
you
yes, I am totally Baby Yoda. I'm a 50-year-old child.
are. Uh-huh.
Although I feel it sometimes. I feel it. So we're hearing this new rumor real quick before we dive into anything else. This is a big one that just got sent to me on Twitter, coming in basically saying that the Obi-Wan show is dead. That's what I'm being told on Twitter. It's a new rumor. I don't know. I can't find anything else talking about it. But it's coming in from Star Wars Stuff, which is a relatively large information. They're saying here that I will bring up the tweet so we could check it out. This is what they're saying right now: is that Obi-Wan is potentially dead. Saying rumors are circulating that the Kenobi series is no longer happening. And no, this isn't reference to any fake accounts. I'm sure we'll get some confirmation soon, but for now, they're only rumors. I don't know how much of that I believe. Right? I don't know how much of that I actually believe, because this was a big deal. This is a huge deal for Disney.
Yeah.
Right? This is like,
well, it's Star Wars stuff. I've never heard of them. But again, because I haven't heard of them, I'm not going to campia it and say, well, I never heard of them, so they must be illegitimate. There's several sites, small sites that I've seen break big news. I'm going to give these people the benefit of the doubt. Wow, they have a lot of followers.
Yeah, they got 57,000 followers on Twitter, and they're partnered with Marvel Stuff here, which has got 23,000. But I don't know who runs them. I don't know. They don't have a website. They don't have anything else that I can see here. So it's like rumors are circulating that the Kenobi series is gone. It's like, wait a minute, what rumor? So I'm frantically looking on my because I have Star Wars as a Google alert, right? I have an RSS feed that ties into all things Star Wars that gets mentioned, gets popped up, and no one's talking about it right now. So let's see. Let's take a look here just quickly through Google.
Well, this is disappointing if it's true, but I kind of feel like it could be possible, man. I'm sorry, but it can be possible. I think there's a lot of he's going to direct this, she's going to do this, and we don't know. There's a sense of instability in that galaxy far, far away for me. That's why initially when you send me the Taika Waititi news about directing a new Star Wars, my initial reaction was meh, but it's not because of him. It's just because I want stuff to get done, not announced.
Apparently we got it covered, just posted an article about it.
Wait, about Obi-Wan?
Yeah, let me take a look. Let me take a look. I know I have to look though. I want to see here.
That's fine.
Just because it's like it's already popping up that fast, right? So it's all like, if we got this covered, it's covering it. Makes me wonder if they're the ones
that's good news for Star Wars fans, because that means the Obi-Wan Kenobi show is full steam ahead.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Yeah, if this is what it is, I'm not seeing anything. Obi-Wan. All right. No, the most recent article they talked about here is Hayden Christensen reportedly coming back to the show. That was from reportedly returning as Anakin for the Obi-Wan show. This is from 3 weeks ago. I highly doubt that's accurate. Although Brad Pitt, fine. If you DM me that on Twitter, and I'll take a look at it, because I can't find the article. But then again, I'm also not like necessarily looking for it. Let me check their let me go check their Twitter account real quick. Nope, that's not their Twitter account.
Okay, so if you go on Google News, it does have a report that Lucasfilm has canceled the Obi-Wan TV show, and this is coming from We Got This Covered, of course. So no one else is really doing anything like that I can see.
So okay, so here's what they're saying about it here. Sorry, okay, I'll bring up. I hate to give them any kind of fucking traffic.
Don't do it. Don't do it. This is
because we're talking about. I want to see what they're saying. I want to react with you live. That is also part of it. That is also part of it. You have to do that. Okay. Lucasfilm has reportedly canceled the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show. All right, let's see what kind of crap this is here. This is also from Matt Joseph, by the way, who was the one who was reporting on the other stuff, and he's one of those guys that just writes a bunch of articles for these guys. They crap out so much content. All right, so saying here that all right, according to folks over at Fandom Wire, Fandom Wire, which is another website that's full of shit, by the way. So Fandom Wire. So keep in mind, there's fandom.com, right? Fandom is a big one. That's like those are the guys who picked up HitFix and everything else after the fact. They're the ones who did all that. And so they're legit. Like, they're legit. Fandom is legit. Fandom Wire, not necessarily legit. So the saying here, according to the folks at Fandom Wire, Lucasfilm has pulled the plug on the show, canceling it before it even had the chance to get going. The outlet doesn't specify why exactly it's been axed, but Disney has yet to comment. But Fandom Wire has a decent track record when it comes to scoops, and their report is being backed by multiple people on Twitter. So it doesn't see, but hold, who's backing it? Star Wars stuff?
Yeah, but see, if I go on there and I go ahead and I get the phone call from Lucasfilm or someone working on and they tell me disprove this, and I'm full of shit. So I don't know. Whatever. Well, I mean, it is what it is.
But this is Fandom Wire. This is Fandom Wire's. This is their Twitter account here, right? So it's like they've only got 1,100 followers. And they've been around since November 2013. If these guys were as big as We Got This Covered is trying to claim that they are, you figure that they would have a lot more. They would have a lot more content going for them, So, and it's not even up on their Twitter account.
What's their exclusive here?
Their exclusive here. Let's see here. Let's see. Their exclusive from August is Haley Atwell's going to be in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Did that come into?
I haven't heard yet. The final season's popping up here in a few months. We don't know. Let's see here. The official cast. I mean, this is like real news, I guess. Let's see here. I guess it's like Silver and Black TV shows in development, I guess. If you guys are hearing a baby cry in the background, I apologize. My girlfriend is trying to take care of my daughter. She is teething, so she is going to be very loud. Okay, so yeah, I mean, there's not much there. So I'm trying to take a look at the website here itself.
Doesn't mean it's not true though. I think Lucasfilm.
What? No, there's no way Lucasfilm would cancel that. There's no way they would cancel it. There's no way.
Well, you never know, man. Anything's possible, but Lucasfilm at this point needs to have like someone just saying this is fake, this is real, type of thing. Because
it's going to get talked about today quite a bit by people. But here's the thing: I'm looking on their website. There's nothing on their website about it. Right? There's literally nothing on their website that is talking about Obi-Wan being canceled. So it's like not on their Twitter. It's not on their website. But yet we got this covered as saying coming in from Fandom Wire. There's no evidence of this. There's literally like no evidence of any of this.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna as soon as we get off, give me like 10 minutes. I'm gonna get off.
Oh, there we go. No, it's up there. Sorry, my bad.
I'm gonna email my Disney Plus PR people.
Okay. Yeah. Because that's how you do it,
because
right? That's
Disney Plus tells me it's canceled. I'll report it, and if they tell me it's not, I'll report it. And then since it doesn't fit the narrative, I'll probably be, they'll tell me that my source is wrong, even though it's the people producing the damn thing.
So it's written by a guy here named Liam Hart, who I don't know who he is. He's got one other article on the website, and all he was is talking about Ezra Miller's CW crossover. That was it. That was it. Liam, does he have a Twitter presence that we can find? Let's see here. Let's take a look. All right, perhaps he does. I got nope. That's not that one. Okay, hold on. It appears that the account is gone. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist at all. So let's take a. So all I'm saying is we have no idea who is this guy. He's got no social presence, no social media presence.
I got to be honest with you. I don't really look at that. I mean, someone like that could actually break a story. It's been done before, and sometimes people that are in the inside do not have a social presence on purpose. So I'm I would take a wait and see and approach to this. We got this covered. Covering it is an indication it's probably fake. Also, Jeffrey Harris, who's been on the show here several times, emailed me a list once of a lot of sites that are actually under We Got This Covered. So there's a lot of sites they actually own. This could be one of them. Maybe it's not. I don't
know. Let's see. Okay, so it says sources close to Fandom Wire have revealed that Disney has canceled its Obi-Wan Kenobi series. There wasn't a ton known about the show other than Ewan McGregor returning, and it was reportedly set to start filming this summer, but Fandom Wire has now learned that Disney Plus has shelved the series for the foreseeable future. See, I don't believe any of that, and I'll tell you why I don't believe any of that, because that was the big thing that came out of D23, right? I mean, obviously the Mandalorian trailer, but when they brought out Ewan McGregor and and everything else, and they brought him out and they made a big show of it, by getting rid of that, it's the stupidest thing that would happen. Now, I do like what Bread Pit here says. He says, this would cause more outrage. I'm like, yeah, it would cause more outrage. Certain groups of people out there are going to run with the outrage on this one in hopes of trying to make it a big deal. But really, at the end of the day, it's this is their flagship. This is Star Wars branding on Disney Plus is their flagship. This is what they need to make sure it's right. And I'm sorry, this is such loose information. I don't buy it. Even coming out of, the sources it's coming out of have proven to have bad track records, right? Next, we're going to find out that it's, Doomcock's going to have it, right? He's going to do a video and everyone's going to be like, oh, hashtag Doomcock was right. About what? He read it from someplace else. But I don't know. I mean, I don't see them actually canceling the show.
Well, you know what I'm doing right now, right?
Yeah, you're emailing people.
I'm emailing my contact at Disney Plus. I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty legit, Matt. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say you were able to break the information about no test screenings.
If they answer the question, they may ignore me. They may not. I don't know. They may like these kind of rumors. I don't know how they operate as far as that, but they may say no. They may say yeah. They may just be silent. But you guys will get the update here on $3 Theater.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I just also DM'd Jason Ward, who I know is out and about. He's at Disneyland today doing the whole Rise of the Resistance thing. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. So as always, we'll keep you focused on what's going to be happening next. But that's not the only drama that's been happening today. The other drama that's going on over at Fox. Well, sorry, no longer Fox. Disney is now killing the Fox name. We'll use 20th Century Studios and Searchlight Pictures instead. Have you been following this at all?
No, I have not, but I have. I heard rumors they were going to get rid of Searchlight, but I'm glad they're not.
I'm glad they're not getting rid. I had heard about that they were going to be doing that, but I'm glad that they didn't. I am a little bit bummed by this because Fox is a household name. 20th Century Fox is a household name. And I think it's kind of, you spend $71.3 billion on the purchase. You figure that they would want to, keep it going. They'd want to use it, right? Mm-hmm. Because they're spending all the money.
Absolutely. They'll probably just bring it back later. There's something kind of icky about buying these things and just canceling them, right? A little bit.
Well, this is what the article says here. So it says Variety's reporting on it, and they say that Disney started the process to phase out the Fox name. Email addresses have changed from fox.com to be searchlightpictures.com. One of the posters of Searchlight's next film, Downhill, the credits begin with Searchlight Pictures Presents, and the film will be the first Searchlight release to debut under the new logo. Call of the Wild will be released under the 20th Century banner, sans Fox. And I mean, I get it, but it's also everyone's going to eventually notice it. Why not just call it Disney at this point? Why even have, if you're going to drop the Fox name, right? Just bring it all under the Disney banner, bring it all under Disney.
Well, let's see what they do, because I was expecting them to release more stuff even on Disney Plus as far as Fox is concerned, but I think they're a little confused over there. They just a lot of the people working behind the scenes that I've seen are working two studios, and I think they're in the process of hiring new people, keeping those that work for them or want to work for them and stuff like that. So I'm seeing a lot of the same people that used to work for Fox reach out to me and talk about Disney. So I'm confused a little bit with that, but I think it's going to take them a little bit to get in the gear of things and roll. Yeah.
Well, I get that too, but there's also this other bit here that they write where they say, what's the reasoning behind the change? It's probably something to do with the Fox News. While Disney snapped up the 20th Century Fox related material, the deal did not include the Fox Broadcasting Network or Fox News, both of which remain part of Fox Corp, owned by Murdoch. One source says, I think the Fox name means Murdoch, and that is toxic. And that does make more sense, right? That does make more sense that the Fox name itself is toxic. However, at the same time, Fox viewers are like, there's a lot of them in the United States. There's a lot of Fox viewers in the United States. And outside of the United States, most people aren't going to know what it is. So they're not going to know what it is outside of the US. So what exactly would be the point of any of this?
Well, I don't even know people know Murdoch, really.
I mean, well, yeah, if you follow the news side of it, you would know Rupert Murdoch.
Jojo Rabbit, Searchlight, no one cares.
Yeah, no one cares. This doesn't make any sense to me. No one gives a crap about this at all. No one even remotely gives a damn about any of that. They just, it's a household name. It's like, you bought the brand.
Yeah.
Why not play up the brand? Oh, well, it's associated with 20th Century Fox. I still think that's relatively stupid. I just think that's dumb and not a big fan of that.
But when you watch Fox television, they slam Fox News all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they do. I mean, they do. Yeah. Fox is one of the only outlets that's ever, like, Fox Television was one of the only outlets that ever actively let the shows attack the parent company. And they did it. I mean, like, they did it wonderfully, in my opinion.
You know why, though, right?
But it was because it was funny.
That, and you know why, right?
No, why?
I got the scoop, but you know what it is already. It's all about money. They don't care. They don't care about the politics. It's about this, baby.
Yeah.
If it's funny, guess what? We talk about it the next day. We're like, hey, did you watch Family Guy, man? It was hilarious. They slammed Fox on Fox. It's like, okay, cool. Ratings go up. Revenue goes up by for commercials. And
well, I love how they did it on Married with Children, because they would have the Fox viewing stations.
Yeah.
When they would go, okay, everyone get ready for Fox viewing stations, and they would all like take their positions to be able to get Fox. Now, JS here, this is interesting. He says, why the Disney banner? The 20th Century Fox studios are more centered for adults. It's kind of replacing Touchstone Pictures at Disney, opened in the 80s. Well, but Call of the Wild is going to be released under 20th Century Pictures. And that's not a movie aimed at adults. That's a movie aimed for the family. So, I mean, that kind of, I see what you're saying, but it's like the very first film that they're releasing under this banner blows that kind of out of the water. So I don't know what's going to be happening with this. I understand what John here says, firing people allows new hires at cheaper prices, but no one's being fired. They're just getting rid of the name. You know what I mean? Now granted, there was that 4,000 job loss report that was supposed to happen. About 4,000 people in LA were going to lose their jobs as a result of this merger. And I wasn't a fan of that, but I mean, it's I heard it happened.
They do that a lot, man. I've been fired so many times by working with radio station corporations, Clear Channel, Viacom, and stuff like that. It's just part of, we saw that happen with even a lower scale of Collider a couple of weeks ago. Part of show business, unfortunately, is getting fired. You get that dream job and stuff, and then, they don't want to pay for it, or they can't pay for it, maybe. And it's just part of Hollywood. Unfortunately, it's just, seems like heartless cutthroat stuff. So once you could live with that and know if you're in the entertainment business, getting fired regardless of your merit and your hard work is part of the job, you'll do well. Just got to brush it off.
Yeah, it's it's really funny. Just as a real quick thing, talking about Collider, they're back for Rule of Two today
on Collider.
Collider, they're doing Rule of Two in order. Yeah, they're talking about the leaked Trevorrow script. So it's like, Mark Fernandez, a week after all this goes down.
Wow.
Right. Who's like, I got rid of my own show. I got rid of my own show, so it can't be a thing. And then they're back doing their own show as a special event episode. It's like, oh, come on, dude. That is such bad optics. Everything about the Collider bit has been absolutely no. Anyway, I don't know. It's
speaking of Star Wars, can you confirm or deny this story about the Star Wars Obi-Wan show? And then that's my question. I'm going to email that, so hopefully I get an answer here, and I'll give you the exclusive for whatever I get.
Yeah, hopefully it'll come back before we log off. But
no, I think it's going to take a while, man.
It's probably going to take a while. Yeah, that's definitely something I would see. So let's move over here to some other interesting sequelitis news, because you know how Hollywood is when it comes to sequels, right? You know how they are. So Bad Boys for Life opened up. Did you go see it yet?
I did not. I have not had a chance to go and see it. I've been extremely busy, man.
I thought you were going to go to the premiere the other night because I was surprised you didn't go.
Oh no, man. I'm not. I'm not Access Media.
Yeah, okay. Says the guy wearing the Sonic the Hedgehog hoodie or a beanie.
It's cold and I'm bald, dude. It's cold and I'm bald.
You live in Los Angeles. You don't know the meaning of cold,
dude. It's like 30 degrees here.
It's been snowing in Washington. I don't want to hear it. It's snowing in Washington.
The only time I've been properly warm in LA was the time you came here for the Star Wars screening and you cuddled with me.
Well, we're not going to talk about that. That was a weird night. Anyway, so Bad Boys for Life opened up today, and it had a pretty decent last night. It had about 6.5 million, and it's in its preview night screenings. And according to Deadline here, it's headed to be the second best MLK opener ever, with Doolittle doing very little. But so I mean, obviously, Bad Boys is going to be the big one here. So it says here, Sony's Bad Boys for Life is headed for the second best MLK opening weekend of all time at the domestic box office, with a projected 4-day gross of 63 to 67 million. Today looks around 21 to 23. That's a pretty high number because I was hearing like 38 million in the beginning, right? I was hearing like around 38 mil for the weekend. So popping off on 67, that ain't bad for Bad Boys. It's weird to see a Will Smith movie like this open up in January, considering that it was July 2003 when Bad Boys 2 came out. That's how long ago it was. 15 and a half years ago.
Well, I think a lot of people are there for Martin Lawrence, though. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about Martin Lawrence's performance, and they miss him.
Yeah, who does? I miss Martin Lawrence. I have missed Martin Lawrence, but I mean, I understand why he wanted to walk away. But the reason why I wanted to bring it up is because this is a good number, right? And so obviously Sony is going to Sony, because this also came out today. They said that Bad Boys 4 is reportedly happening. And of course it is. Of course it is. So let's see here. All right. So THR has announced that Chris Bremner. Oh, sorry. No, he wrote it. They're doing that. He's working on National Treasure 3, which we're going to talk about that too. But you can tell that Sony, what is this here? Like I'm trying to find the actual bit here. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is just a headline. That's all we really need to know. So Bruckheimer and I believe the writer of this movie, who's also doing National Treasure, they're on board, right? Bruckheimer is definitely on board to do more, because I kind of wish Bruckheimer would come back. I really want more Bruckheimer movies. That was always like an event in my mind. But unfortunately, 2013's The Lone Ranger, which was just a complete failure across the board, ended up really kind of killing that as a brand for a while, And but it's good to see it come back with Bad Boys, and I mean the reviews were solid. I was surprised. The reviews were actually really solid.
Yeah, although those movies kind of like don't attract me to go up on the opening day or opening night. There's a huge fan for them, and we actually had a chance to give away passes for it, and the response was huge. I mean, it was big. So it's no surprise to me that Sony's moving forward. And man, you got to start giving Sony some props, man. They're making some big moves, Matt. They're making some
I don't give them props on anything. I don't. I just don't.
Ghostbusters bitter.
No, I'm not Ghostbusters bitter. It's not just Ghostbusters that I dislike when it comes to Sony. It's their handling of Spider-Man and quite literally almost anything else.
But they still have the best Spider-Man movies, in my opinion.
Well, in your opinion, and everyone can be wrong.
1, 2, and into the Spider-Verse.
Well, I like those movies quite a bit. I think those did okay. I like their television series more than I like their movies, because I feel like they try to jump in. Like every time they do something well, they try to like jump in. Remember, like you had Men in Black. You had 22 Jump Street come out in 2014, right. And that was like pretty big for, not as big as the first movie, but still pretty decent for the time it came out. And then they were like, okay, let's do. We're gonna do 21 Jump Street 3. Oh, 21 Jump Street Men in Black, and that was
can't blame them for that. Listen,
yes, I can.
We're on live right now, right? I can't see the numbers, but I'm sure there's a crap load of people watching, right? You're going to do it again.
No.
Because if this is huge, you're going to do it again, right?
No, I think it's okay, because Men in Black, but we have to go back and look at this. Men in Black 1, Men in Black 2 came out in the summer of 2001. Men in Black 3 came out in May 2012. 22 Jump Street came out in 2014. The first 21 Jump Street came out in 2012 as well. So you've got that, and the thing is, though, Men in Black International tanked. So, I think people would have preferred another 21 Jump Street movie to another Men in Black movie, to be honest with you, if it didn't have Will Smith, because that's just the whole problem. So, there's just a lot of issue there. Okay. I am kind of quickly going back, on the,
I got time for one more, buddy. I got to pick up my son.
Yeah, I know. So let's, okay. The last thing, well, we could talk about the National Treasure 3.
Let's do it.
Because I think that's gonna be kind of fun here. So, okay, National Treasure 3 reportedly moving forward over there at the Disney. And this is something people have been asking for since, God, when the hell did the 2006, I think, was the last National Treasure movie? Was 2006? I mean, you saw that one, right? The book, was it the Book of Secrets?
With Nick Cage?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I vaguely remember it, to be honest with you. But it is one that it pops up in the conversation once in a while. So there's definitely an inch of interest for it.
Yeah, I get that. So it says here that the National Treasure 3 report flew under the radar, at least for the first few minutes after it went live. The Hollywood Reporter broke the news that Sony is developing Bad Boys 4 and explained that Bremner would be writing the script for the new film after knocking it out of the park with Bad Boys for Life. And then the last paragraph of the report said that he's also writing National Treasure 3 for Bruckheimer, who just produced it. So it's just keeping it in-house. We kind of already talked about that, essentially. But, I mean, people have been asking for a National Treasure 3 for a long time, because those are kind of like, National Treasure and Pirates of the Caribbean both came out in 2003. Mm-hmm. And that was a big year for Disney and adventure films.
Right.
And that was a big, like, oh wow, these are like, these are both kind of like, National Treasure felt very Indiana Jones, and Pirates of the Caribbean feels very, better than Cutthroat Island, and kind of revitalized the pirate genre. And a lot of good things came out of that. I just find it to be fascinating that they waited this damn long, and it's got to be a Disney Plus thing. It's got to be a Disney Plus movie.
I think it's going to be a full-length feature. I think right now Disney's trying to pay off the Fox deal, and you save a lot of money in marketing when you bring back old IPs, because it already has an established audience. And I hate to say what's unpopular, but I'm going to try to say the truth here, even though it's unpopular. People like to, not the general audience, but fans, hardcore fans, like the ones watching this channel, and you and I think, we're like, hey man, Hollywood's running out of ideas, right? But when there's a new idea, those films don't make that much money, unfortunately. So Hollywood's in the business of making money. Something like a National Treasure already has an established fan base. They will save money, although it's a sequel. We don't know if it's a remake or whatever it is, but they will save money in marketing, and marketing is a huge deal. How will it save money in marketing? Well, it's an already established brand. That's why you get these remakes that sometimes don't make sense to the original source material, because they know people are just going to go and watch it just out of curiosity, because they remember the original.
No, I get that. But a lot of times people out there also really hate that. They don't want to go back and do that. They're like, oh, I'm tired of all this stuff. I'm tired of all these things.
Well, and like, for example, Men in Black, right? So Men in Black, they already have the name recognition. It's up to the studio to market it correctly. And then the next step is to give you a good movie. It failed on the good movie part. It needs to, be the remake is not the end all say all. It needs to be a combination of things, right? For example, Tron Legacy, that film I feel failed because of the marketing, not because of the quality of the movie. It has a huge fan base. It's actually kind of a remake, soft or reboot sequel to the original, but the marketing I feel didn't really give people a reason to go and see the film, and that's why it kind of underperformed in the theater. But man, I gotta get going, man, because I'm gonna have my kid. He's gonna be walking home 30 miles. I don't want him to do that.
Yeah, no, I totally get that, man. So go take care of your kid. Thanks for being on, and we'll do this again soon.
You give me a little bit more warning next time, and we'll have a longer show.
I literally thought of this in the shower. Like, I literally thought of this in the shower, and then I thought of you in the shower. I thought of you in the shower. Yeah.
Hey, look, two good things. You're thinking of me in the shower, and you finally showered.
Well,
I don't know which one's more precious.
Let's go with the latter. It's the less creepy one. Get the hell out of here, man.
Hey, keep going. I want to listen. Okay, so if you have more
I'll probably be on for maybe another like 10 minutes, because I have other work to do today as well. So
thanks everyone.
Right, bye-bye. See you later, buddy.
Bye-bye.
All right. So thank you very much, Lewis, for coming on. That was a lot of fun. I want to do more of that where we bring in like guests and get people to come on and talk about the day's news and whatnot. The Obi-Wan thing just broke. It kind of threw my entire flow off. So bringing up, going back to the Obi-Wan thing, I saw this post up on Star Wars Leak coming in from Daniel Rickman, Daniel RPK on Twitter, who is a scoopster and one who hides his scoops behind a paywall, which I'm not a fan of, by the way. I think if you got scoops, put it out there, you know. And these guys are currently battling with like Mikey Sutton. It's kind of funny, this war between the scoopsters. But anyway, so he says here, the show is delayed indefinitely, possibly dead. More to follow. But there's no other information than that, and it's coming off of after the We Got This Covered report or the Fandom Wire report. So I don't know how much of that is actually part of the overall conversation, right? I don't know how much of that is what Daniel knows. I've reached out to Jason Ward, who happens to be very connected over there at Lucasfilm and all this stuff. I've talked to other people who are kind of in the know on a few things, and they're like, "There's no legit source. These are not legit sources." And so, as I pointed out earlier, even the guy who wrote it doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense. So at this point, this is just rumor, conjecture, speculation, and probably a fair amount of BS, right? And I say that just because what we have here is a situation where this is going to be pretty big news. Disney, I don't think wants to cancel the Obi-Wan show. I don't think they want to at all. I think they want to keep it the way it is, and they want to make sure that people out there can. This is going to be big for Disney Plus. They got all that goodwill off the Mandalorian. If they have to delay Kenobi, that's fine. But they set the director, they set the star. They've already got, Pinewood Studios is already prepping for them in London. Like we know these things are happening. So if something's delaying it, then there's something big going on behind the screens. Why start a rumor like this? It's traffic, man. Everyone's going to be talking about it, One of the reasons why I want to do like these live shows where like maybe spend maybe 30 minutes or so talking about the day's events is because you chase the news otherwise, and it becomes like so hard to follow what's going on. And I think a lot gets lost in the conversation. And I want to focus also on watching more content. I feel I spend a lot of time kind of reading the news and not even watching movies. In fact, I had that conversation with my girlfriend this morning, and she's like, "Yeah, you don't even really go to the movies anymore." I'm like, I don't. I just don't go, and that's not what I want to do. So we'll have to wait and see what's going on with that one here. But again, this is meant to just be a short stream. We'll try it again. I think probably Monday. Let me see here. Okay, yeah. So I'll be back probably on Monday. Maybe tomorrow we'll cover some stuff depending on what's going on. Maybe I'll do some long form investigative work and we'll do it live, which is always a good time. Anyway, I appreciate everyone watching. Please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Please let's try to get it to like 20 likes, right? We can do that. And I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.